deployed in large enterprise infrastructure, right? I just don't know if that's possible, and maybe it doesn't need to be. It's just I don't know where the demand comes from without it, right? I'm not sure where without large enterprise type companies dipping their toe into it, I don't know where you get the clients, right? That being said, a little bit of bad news. Brazil has ended their crypto tax exemption and has imposed a 17.5% flat rate on gains. I think that's still better than a lot of places. A flat rate is nice, but Brazil has ended its tax exemption for small scale crypto profits, introducing a 17.5% flat rate on all capital gains from digital assets. The new rule was announced under Provisional Measure 1303 as part of the government's push to raise revenue through financial market taxation. Until now, Brazilian residents who sold up to 35,000 Brazilian reals, roughly 6,300 in crypto assets per month, were exempt from income tax. Gains beyond that were taxed progressively, starting at 15% and reaching as high as 22.5% for volumes above 30 million Brazilian reals. The new flat rate, which went into effect starting June 12th, removes all exemptions and applies equally to all investors, regardless of the size of their transactions, according to a report by local news outlet Portal do Bitcoin, something like that. I can't speak, I guess. What is it? Brazil would be Portuguese. While smaller investors will now face higher tax burdens, high net worth individuals could end up paying less. Under the previous system, large trades, those exceeding 5 million Brazilian reals, were taxed between 17.5 and 22.5%, with a uniform 17.5% rate now in effect. Many large investors will see their effective tax rate drop. Now, let's see if that really impacts the market significantly. I have a feeling it won't, but with the large holders being able to pay a lower tax rate, I guess potentially you could see a push on liquidation. But at the same time, how many people in Brazil are holding Bitcoin, and is it enough to really push the market one way or the other? That I don't really have the answer for, right? I don't know what the distribution of Bitcoin is by country. That's probably something I should look into, though. Now, we have a new administration in office, the Trump administration, and they have been extremely friendly towards crypto, even releasing their own meme tokens, which is a controversial topic, depending on which side of the aisle you decide to join. I wish we judged things based off of their ethical merit as opposed to what side of the political aisle you're on, but the left will always see it as wrong and the right will always see it as right, and vice versa. And unfortunately, that's just the world we live in. I don't know how you get people to stop putting their head in the sand and start looking at things and taking them for face value. I think obviously from the cryptocurrency perspective, I've been pretty bullish on the new administration, hoping that reduction of regulation would result in, a boosting of the market. I think that when you over-regulate, you definitely stifle innovation within markets, and then obviously you can impact them negatively. But on the flip side of things, I think having a token for a U.S. president that was created and directly financially benefits the presidential family, I think is ethically gray line. That's my personal take on it. So it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. If you would like to see more from this particular episode, take a look up here. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me directly, you can go to sonofatech.locals.com and become a member. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.